Coming up. Where we at? We're up everywhere. Wow, that was fast. Took out LinkedIn and Twitch, and we're up fast, man. Peace. We are about to go live for the Rap Heads Twitter space. Follow Rap Token XYZ on Twitter if you wanna tap in. You should see my icon on there in a minute too. My Abby should be up on there in a minute too. Just waiting for the space to open up, but I figure I just got done testing the audio, see if I can get the audio to route straight out instead of coming through my mic, like we've done before. Got a good audio test, so tonight we're gonna test streaming the audio directly in the ear. I'm gonna actually have a browser window open with the Grayskull account uh, tapped into the space. You'll see that over here. Let's get the browser up and open. This is the space. Let's make sure you can see it in OBS real quick. Hold on. Just gotta come out of that window and then go back to it. Boom. All right, let's make sure you guys got audio, and then I'm going to dip out on here and switch to my phone. Let's join the space. All right, Grayskull is in. I'm going in now, so I'm going to mute my mic here and let you guys just hear the audio from the space.
Yo, testing out the new sounds on Twitter Spaces, man. What's going on, everyone?
Yo, that was actually kind of groovy, man. What's up? How you doing, Mizzo?
Chilling, brother. They give you 4 options for 4 different sounds. It'll be dope when we could like upload our own, you know?
Yeah, that's one of their like something that Twitter posted.
Yeah,
Or
it's just like an
wow.
option. So your music automatically plays when your spaces start. But you could pick
That's
jazzy or whatever. Still don't see no hip hop, but it's coming.
that was dope. I could hear somebody rhyming over that though.
Yeah, that's why I put the jazzy one on. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
That is hip hop.
yeah, that was a good call, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we got S in the house tonight, man. This is exciting. It's gonna be a good evening, bro.
Yes, brother. I'm excited. S, if you have any issues, maybe message any of us. If there's any reason you can't get on. But I'm sending you an invite to speak. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Twitter Spaces, brother. If not, you should probably see an invitation pop up on the top.
And something else that's important to say, as I should have said this to you before. Sorry if this is going to create a headache for you, but you got to join from a phone or a mobile device. You can't speak from an iPad or from our PC on Twitter Spaces right now. It's just phone. You can listen on browsers and iPad stuff, but that's about as far as it goes. We got Little Vibe. What's up, brother? Good to see you again, man. It's real good to see you in the spot, man.
Yes,
Yeah, what's
yes.
good, family? Glad to be here. Excited for this conversation tonight. How y'all doing?
Chilling, man.
Yeah,
Q's in the
I
house
love it.
too. Q, we got Miguel in the house.
Oh, bring both up too, man.
Yep, I invited both y'all up. Then you don't have to speak if you don't want to, but respect you. Thank you for being here. And yo, this is brother Miguel. Not much people met Miguel yet. He is our he's just family. He's been supporting for a minute. But he works on Cardano. We've been building for a minute on some other things, and now we're ready to keep moving there. So our Color the Blockchain community initiative, we're going to be building it in 2023 with the help of Miguel and many others, and whoever here wants to help. It's an open format. We want people to join us. The GOAT.
Beautiful. Goats in the house. What's up, brother? You know what, Mizzle? Maybe I'm gonna ping S on the side, just make sure everything's okay with you, brother.
Yep.
While maybe you open up and set the room for us.
Sounds good.
Sound like a win. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. So what's going on, everyone? Everyone here pretty much knows the drill. Miguel knows, because I know we talk about it too. Yo, Q, what up, man?
What up? What up?
Chilling, bro. Thank you for passing through.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm excited about this one. Wait, trying to get S on here too, because we could speak about.
It looks like he's on as a listener.
Pardon me?
It looks like he's on as a listener.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess maybe he can't speak. It's true what Dragon was saying. I don't know if the brother's on a computer or something, but
Got you.
Something's not working. But it's kind of cool. A little breakdown is like, yo, I make music. I'm from Toronto, and it's a small industry, especially like the era I grew up in. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I know S from back in the day. I didn't even put it together. Like, it took me a few days even after. We're like, all right, this is the guest. Dragon brought the brother on. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I started looking up the artist, and I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. So I'm kind of excited to hear about the journey and how things have been. It's dope when that happens. Like, you brothers from the States got a guest from Toronto. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Connexion.
And I imagine. What's that?
I'm just talking shit. I just said connexion.
Word, man. Well, how was the week though, man?
Asking me?
Yeah. I'm gonna run around the room. You know how?
Yeah, true.
Everybody's for real.
Week has been really hectic. It has been financially troublesome. It like I was 16 and jobless feeling, and it's been very emotionally draining, but it's also been very exciting because I've been drained, but learning about Cardano and everything we're doing with Color the Blockchain with it has been pushing me through. And then I guess the stress comes from our mint, coming Q1, and it's just being us, zero funding. And it's like we don't really need funding, but we do or we need some AI help that we can shut down at will. You know what I mean? Because I don't want them around the whole time. I'm down for a clone if I could shut them down. But that's how the week's been for me. Stressful, but I'm hopeful. And I'm glad that I'm here and all of you are here. So it makes me more hopeful. I'm not even like playing around, like I mean it, So thank you for keeping the dream alive,
Absolutely, man. Thank you for the same, bro. You keep me motivated and pushing too, man. Seeing you push as hard as you do gives me a little bit of extra gas. And keep wanting to pull. And then you got my man Q, as he speaks right up, just as I was about to speak on him, and really Elia as well.
Nah,
Man.
I was actually about to say S just hitting the chat. How does he speak? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Never mind. Peace. What's going on?
What's up, brother?
You hear me?
Good to see you, man. Yep,
you're good now.
You're good. My apologies, gentlemen. My apologies.
Oh, good, man.
First time using this Twitter space, so my apologies.
All good, bro. First time I used it, I'm still messing up. Like, I forget to press record on these things, like, often. I'm glad I pressed record on this one. I double checked before the spaces. I'm like, I had to record this one, Honestly, appreciate you being here, brother.
Thank you for having me. Good to hear from you again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, been a long time. Holy, cause am I right? Like my memory, it's been years. So my memory is like Lep. You and Lep used to work together?
Yeah. Homegrown, back in the homegrown days.
Yeah, homegrown. There we go. I was trying to put it all together. All right, you brought it all back. I remember, man. But it's beautiful, man. I love the fact that like I'm building with Dragon and all the Grayskull brothers, and big shout out Al. Ilya is here. We got we're building like this Rap Heads collective and community. And then when I found out you're rolling, like I was saying, I didn't even put it together until I clicked, and I'm like, all right, I got some time. Let me like dig into the artists. And I was excited, yo. It's like beautiful to see that that's what it is, you know, and especially when you see an artist who has like so much culture in him and has been really spitting from time and still
Right.
going. Yo, I know it's not easy to keep going. It's draining sometimes, man, but that's because you love the art, and I want to speak about your longevity and all of that today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man. But big respect for me still, straight up.
Likewise, likewise.
Yeah, man.
Yo, this is really big, man. This is dope seeing y'all have a connection. Like, this is going to be a really special night, man. Like, we both got connect points in here. S and I don't know each other well, honestly, but we met through a text chain from a podcast that I think we both listened to. Is that how did you meet? Did you hear about the podcast first, S, or did you get on through knowing somebody on the show?
Um, no, I mean I've been following Hip Hop Digest probably at least 6, 7 years.
Yeah, and you
And
just got
then I joined the text chain maybe I don't know, maybe three years ago. Maybe 2017. Yeah, around 2017.
yeah. Sounds like about the same time I did, man. That's where
Yeah.
most of the brothers from the founding members of Grayskull met. Actually, is on that same text chain, and S is one of the brothers that's on there. This text chain is full of amazing producers and MCs. The Hip Hop Digest show is like one of the first, if not the first, podcast out there that really represents hip hop, and it's a beautiful place to be as a listener, as a member of a community they built. It's just a really dope spot, man. And I appreciate the fact that I've met S and gotten to really get familiar with his music through that connection, man. And S has been on a couple episodes of Grayskull as well, so we've got a little bit of a touch point here. S, but I mean Mizzo. But did you and S, did you guys ever collaborate, or did you guys have crews or teams that collaborated on something together before?
Well, yo, me and you never collaborated, but we've been at the same shows, if that's one
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah,
like I said several times with Babylon War Child, my unknown misery days. And
yeah, yeah.
and I
Bunch of
know
bunch of mutual friends.
a lot of mutual friends, especially the Lep thing. You know, like,
Yeah.
did you go to Oakwood?
No, no.
Oh, you didn't go to Oakwood. Okay. I just feel like because of Lep, you know, whenever Lep's around, all the Oakwood cats used to be around. Oakwood's a high school. And in Toronto, Oakwood's like actually a high school where it's one of those schools right in the middle of the West End, you know, and it's like, but so many successful artists came out of Oakwood. It's crazy. It's beautiful to see, you know? So I don't know why I always thought you were from out there, but no, we never built, man. But maybe now.
What both of you do as MCs, man. So dope to see you two in the same space, man. I'm looking forward to hearing some MC talk and some just art talk and just man talk, man to man. Have fun, enjoy, the company of one another talk, man. So, how was your week, S? Anything special?
Just just getting set for the time off, the holiday season, a little bit of downtime with the family. Yeah, it's been a good year, and towards the end of the year, it's always a blessing to be able to have a week and a half off work to just kind of unwind, de-stress, and yeah, just spend quality time with the family.
Usually when I hear an artist say that, or anybody say that, I don't get a visual with it. But since you dropped the album last year, the You Want a Piece of Me and the song Home on there, I don't know if you remember, but I said Home was my favorite song on there, and then you dropped the video. I feel like I can kind of visualize Christmas at your house now. Like I can see family members, I see what your walls look like.
Right.
It's really dope, man. So hearing you say that, that's actually kind of special. I didn't expect that. That's dope, man. Thanks for the visual.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
So how the project turned out this year, man? It sounds like you got a lot of runoff for this one, man. Like how you feeling about the responses and the success of
Been,
this project?
The response has been incredible, actually. I mean, you as artists, we never really know, we put our heart and soul into what we do, but we never know how it's going to translate, through the ears of other people. And this project is another one of those. I put it out in February, and with the way music is now, the shelf life of music, it's tough to fathom, people still talking about it, still connecting with it, even past a 6 month mark. And, to see it sort of carry on to the end of the year into the next year is a blessing. So I'm very, very, very happy with how things turned out. And it seems as though every time I think that you know I'm running out of steam or whatever, there's always some silver lining type thing to happen to sort of give it extra, some extra legs to keep going. So I'm honestly blessed.
Yeah, that might be an understatement, man. This is a big deal. I mean, you get most commercial albums don't get run like this, man. It's a big
Yeah,
deal. Yeah.
just trying to do my best to get it in front of as many eyes and ears as I can, as many outlets such as yourself, Grayskull, and others, just to make people know that the project exists. And that's just been the grind behind the scenes, just trying to keep the flame lit and keep it going. And the response has just been fantastic. So
Yeah, man. Congratulations, man. Q, I'm surprised you haven't jumped in yet and got on me yet. Q's usually responsible for getting on me for asking too many questions and turning things into an interview. What's going on, Q?
what
What
up,
you
you?
doing, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Sorry, I'm multitasking right now, so I'm somewhat distracted, but I'm still listening. That's why I was gonna cut you off, but I figured I'd let you go because you actually saying some good stuff. So
Yo, man, have you heard? I mean, you guys met on the show, but have you heard what Q's been doing on this mic this year and on the production and on the engineering for Grayskull?
I think I might have heard one or two joints. I think you might have posted one in the text chain, maybe. I might have heard something. But no, I need to get hip to what you've been doing for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to send you something, man. This is I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised by what you hear.
yeah,
I
my social media presence doesn't really exist. So
Yo,
That's
we gotta
probably
hit.
why that's probably why you slipped under my radar. But I remember somebody posted something in the text chain. I think it might have been T Bear, and I was like, okay, yeah, I like this.
he's really come up and made some things just pop for us, man. So we appreciate it, man. He's definitely an MVP for the crew, man. But Elliot,
so
Al, what's going on, fellas? Oh, go ahead, Q.
now I was actually about to ask how did that high feel from Mr. Public Enemy himself? What was that? What did that feel like
Yeah,
to get that shout out?
Come on, that's like my Grammy award.
for real,
Like
for real, brother. Yeah,
incredible. Like if I
yeah,
if I were to decide to quit rap today, I could quit knowing I could quit and be at ease. That
for real.
this is like the ultimate pinnacle of acknowledgement of recognition. So that is, yeah,
Word,
incredible feeling for sure.
Yeah,
word.
colleague of all colleagues. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, not for real. Honestly, like even seeing that, yo, man, I'm mad happy. You know what I mean? Just seeing that, it's like, yo, like real, like not real art. That's subjective, but I'm saying, someone who puts their heart into their music, and you can tell. You know what I mean? Someone who loves the craft like that, and just puts in the work for this long. Like you're saying, it's like, you know what I mean? You're just doing your best to get it on more eyes and all that, and to get it on in his eyes, and him like giving you that cosign. Yo, that's beautiful. Yo, that's like energy right
Yeah.
there. Your
It's
next
it,
album is made.
it's it's not even just a cosign though. He said his favorite joint, yo. Like
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah, that's way beyond
Yeah.
coach.
That's
big.
bigger than a cosign. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine how many song submissions he receives each and every week or every month, and
Right.
to have mine stand out enough that he remembered it enough to go back to it and
Right.
internalize it and have it in his head as his favorite joint of the year. That's it's incredible.
That's
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's a big
Congrats
deal.
on that, man. Congrats on that, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit. Thank you.
You hit
100%.
the head when you talked about how much music he's got to hear over the course of the year. I mean, he's got to hear multiples of what we hear annually, probably.
Yeah.
'Cause he has a label, right?
I believe
And
he does. I believe he does.
yeah,
Yeah.
last week Best Configure was on a label that at least Chuck D used to own. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they're running it now. But I mean, that's a big deal, man.
Yeah. He has his radio show thing, right? Like I know he has the P Planet Enemy, whatever radio. I think.
He's still doing that?
Yeah. He does.
Yeah.
He does something called Bass Hit Radio,
Oh, he changed it. Okay.
and yeah, he has a number of different. I don't know what. There's a number of different shows under the umbrella of his brand that he puts out. That he's played the songs, and he's had his top 10 charts of songs of the week or whatever, and yeah, a couple of my joints have been played on his show a few times, and they've charted, and it was just a great feeling. He just even to have my song played on his show, and it was an honor in itself. But then he sort of took it to that next level of singling this particular song out, and then doubling down and saying that the whole catalog is amazing. That's just oh man,
Mm-hmm.
just cloud nine for sure.
For real. Yo, I have a question still. Would you say from 20 same it's music topic, but I'm bouncing around. 2020, yo. Like would you say at the beginning of 2020, like, do you remember any kind of pivot you had to take artistically? Was it like you know what I mean? Did it affect your art? Did it affect the type of art you create? The type of out you know what I mean? The way you maneuver and get your music out there? Because I know for me, 2020 was difficult because I was like, I couldn't write all this political dark stuff anymore. I was like, yo, everyone already sees it. I wanted to write something that made me happy, but then I couldn't write something that made me happy because I wasn't happy at that moment. So I was like, it was hard for me to write, I'd say for the first few months at least. Did you feel anything like that, or how was it for you?
So actually, for me, it was the opposite. It was probably the pandemic was probably the best thing that ever happened to me creatively, to be honest. Like in terms of output and just me being more focused to get product put together. Because prior to the pandemic, I used to rely on other people to get music out,
Right.
and with things closed down and health officials preaching people to discontinue unnecessary travel and things like that. I had to find a way to stay resourceful. So I went online, did some research on how to set up a home studio, because I mean at that time a bunch of my friends that rhyme already had home studios, and they were already recording and mixing and mastering their own material. So the thought was, why have I not done this? So went on Amazon, purchased a microphone, went online, found some software, and I set up a little recording area in my basement, and taught myself how to track vocals and do very elementary level mixing, getting the vocals to a point where I could send it out to my engineer to get done remotely, but at least I could track vocals and um, you know fulfill commitments that I had already made to other artists. I had a bunch of other features and side projects that I had already sort of committed to prior to things shutting down, and I didn't want to leave some of these folks hanging, and I felt like I was leaving them hanging, so I had to find a way to sort of get stuff done, and sort of the pandemic sort of was the kick in the pants that I needed to sort of take a little bit more ownership on what I was doing. So, and that's basically the rest is history. This is the third project that I've put out during the pandemic, and a fourth is on the way. So,
Yo, yo.
in terms of output, it was probably the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, I saw about the new project too, man. What's going on with the new one? I saw you say you're working with somebody on it. Now I want to know more about who this is and the details on this new one. Is there anything you can share with us about the new one?
Yeah. So I got a new one that's done. I'm just waiting on the artwork to get done, and then I'm gonna start the rollout in the new year. So this next project is called Driver or Driven, and it sort of speaks to uh, it's almost like a metaphor for somebody who's in the driver's seat versus someone who's in the passenger seat. So the person in the driver's seat is the person that sort of takes the bull by the horns. They're accountable to their actions. They're accountable to their destiny and what path they decide to take. Where the person in the passenger seat is just sort of the person that's along for the ride, not really as committed. And it just sort of speaks to some of the challenges that we face as artists. Myself personally, as an artist, dealing with things like self-doubt, dealing with trying to accomplish my goals amidst the distractions, the negativity, the naysayers, all the noise that prevents or hinders someone from achieving a goal that they set out to achieve. So that's basically what this project is about. I talk about a number of different aspects of things that prevent me or would try to prevent me from getting from point A to point B on my journey. So the whole driver versus um, passenger seat is the metaphor. So that's basically what the project is about.
That's a dope,
So
especially coming from where you come from last year. Because last year you just started you learned to just kind of let blend your life a little bit, and now
yeah,
you're really getting extra vulnerable. You're really going there this time. Like I never would have guessed that you struggled with anything with regard to making music. So to hear that just now was a surprise to me. That really
yeah.
shocked me. Dude, very like I get the impression, like I got the impression listening to the album last year, that this is just something that you just did and you just kept on going, and life was perfect for you. So
You know what? We try our best, but there's always peaks and valleys with this music, man. It's as much as we may try to portray or focus on the high points. There's always down points, and there's peaks and valleys with everything. And we deal with ageism. Ageism is one example. Complacency. You're getting too comfortable. You do some good things, and you start to kind of feel yourself a little bit, and you take your foot off the gas a little bit. And I have a song on the album actually called Complacency, or Complacent, where I talk about just reminding myself that I got to keep the foot on the gas. You get too comfortable, you start to lose your way a little bit, you start to lose that edge, and it's tough to get back on track. So it's just mentally trying to stay focused, and not appreciating or acknowledging what you've done or what you've accomplished, but recognizing that there's still a long way to go on the journey. So these are some of the aspects that I talk about on the record. So yeah, I can't wait to share it with the world. Another couple of months, and it'll be out there.
yeah, I mean, for this, man, this is big. You mentioned naysayers too. That's something else that caught me off guard.
Yep.
Is that you've had to deal with directly?
Yeah. I mean, the generation dynamic. You have people that tell you, uh, you know, that your sound. They'll drop code words like, oh, I like your style. It's old school, or
Uh,
you got that old school sound, whatever that means. It's almost like a double sided compliment, a backhanded compliment almost. It seems like depending on who you talk to, or what arena you're in, there's always some slick talk that happens when you present music that's not the norm. So, you'll hear things, you rap over drums and people think, okay, he's a 90s guy, even though the subject matter is current in modern day. It's just, it was inspired by, 90s or, classic hip hop, but because you're rapping over drums and maybe you don't have hi-hats 120 beats per minute, you're not relevant, or you're not current. Your style's dated. I've heard different variations of that over the years, and it's one of those things you listen to and you kind of chuckle, think about it. Maybe you have some self-doubt at times, but there's all these things that go through your head when you hear different types of feedback from people that may not believe or may not be aligned the same way you are in terms of what you're trying to do. So, talk about some of that.
Man, thank you for saying that old school thing. I haven't been able to articulate that, but every time I hear something like that, it gets under my skin, and I haven't been able to articulate why it does. You just put it in words perfectly. I'm just gonna record this little snippet and play it for people every time they say it from now on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a backhanded compliment sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you got that old school sound.
yeah.
No,
No, you know what? You know what we do when there's an old? I couldn't hear for a minute. I was getting rugged. But you know what happens when they say you have an old school sound? You say, "All right, drop me a new school beat," and then we eat it because from the old school we studied this shit.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like we can rock to any beat. You know what I mean? So yo, give us those crazy hi hats. You know what I mean?
put them to work.
Here forever, man. Only in rock and roll, everything else you could stay here long, yo. Hip hop
Our
culture,
language right there.
what it's dead. You know what I mean? Long they
Yeah,
cut the life short, the lifespan short of the artist. The artist only gets better. The artist
yeah.
gets older. The artist understands the paintbrush more. You know what I mean? It's like that's crazy, and they only do that to hip hop culture. They don't do that to anyone
Only,
else. You're not
only
like an
hip hop.
old rockhead. You're a legendary rock and roll guy. You know what I mean? You're a
Right,
legendary
right.
country artist. You're not, so I'm
Yeah.
glad I got to jump in on the mic during this time. I was feeling everything you're saying, yo. Twitter's trying to rug me.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm glad, man. Glad your voice is in the game, man. Because yeah, that you right, 100% right. And like you said, we master the brush. I mean, we even start using our hands. We use our feet to paint. We do a whole lot more than just use that brush after a certain point. So yeah,
Yo, to add on, not even that. It's not even it is that, but it's like, yo, we've been doing this when we had no brush. We had to make our own. And then someone
Right,
in the community made a brush and all of us would share that brush. You know what I mean?
right.
absolutely,
So
absolutely, man. Q, I saw you unmiked. Did you have something you wanted to add, man?
I don't remember. You know how my memory is set up.
Like
My
mine. Absolutely, man. Man, I'm really glad we got you here, S man. This is dope. Man. I apologize for those last two grade school interviews. I don't feel like like I got to really get engaged like this time around, man. This is really like a graduation of sorts. It feels like, man. This is an excellent conversation, man. We really appreciate you taking the time to come hang out with us, man. This is the way I wanted people that we know to get to know you, man. And
Appreciate you having me. Big shout out to everybody in the I guess in the space. Is that what they call it?
yes, sir, you got it, man.
So shout out to everybody. Shout out to Al, Segali, Miguel, Little Vibe, Elia, and anybody else who's in there. My apologies if I butchered your name, but big shout out to you for checking in and hearing what I have to say and hearing what we have to talk about.
Absolutely, man. And this is being recorded here on Twitter, so people can come back and listen to it anytime they want. I'm also streaming it live. Hopefully, the quality is good this week. It's streaming to YouTube. It's streaming to Facebook. It's streaming to a few places. So it'll be.
Dope. Dope.
Please share the word, man, so people can learn more about S and learn more about what we're doing. As a matter of fact, we should probably do a room reset. We're about half an hour in. Good.
All right. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is rugging heavy. Like I can't hear S speak. I finally heard you speak, but I couldn't hear anything S was saying. I'm just watching the emojis, and I'm like, all right, that was an epic one still. So it's like, anyways, this is the Rap Heads Twitter space. We're here every Friday, 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. And Rap Heads is a community that represents hip hop and social culture. We're in one house that's powered by Web3 technology. We have our windows open, we have our doors open, and we're clearing out the way. We're clearing the path from all the barricades and all the barriers and making sure it's accessible for all of our people to come use this technology to empower themselves and their communities. You know what I mean? And you can tap in with us at raptoken.xyz. We have a mint dropping. So our collection drops Q1 of 2023 and a lot of other dope things. We're working on a mixtape right now. So whoever's part of our community can be part of our future mixtapes, music videos, concerts, all that good stuff. We're just having fun, and we're having fun, and we're using this technology to do it. We're basically in Discord, like y'all talk about that chat room. We're there just basically building and sharing beats and making music and having a great time. And there's some new mixtapes called Don't Overthink It, because exactly that. Don't overthink it. Raptoken.xyz.
No bada boom, bada bangos.
Hey, bada boom, bada bango, palm trees and mangoes. I forgot that one. I was in feelings very mangoish, yo. All the snow outside. I'm in Vancouver and it's snowing, yo. Yes, me cheese. Yo, S, I hope I can hear you when you speak now, man. If I can, I apologize. I'll tap in with you later. So if you're saying things I'm not adding on, it's just because I can't hear you, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Sounds like a Verizon commercial. Nope. Yeah, Twitter has this bad problem where rugs sometimes where one person can't hear just one other person in the space. It's a pain. Maybe this will be motivation for us to take this. I mean, I was waiting for somebody to do it. I'm surprised it took this long. I don't think we got that many of them last week. I thought we were really going to go in on it last week, man. After he got rid of those journalists and basically rugged Twitter Spaces all day so that they could probably put a back door in there, transcribe every space for any saying of his name. As a matter of fact, we're probably about to get rugged now. But hey, Mizzo, what if you try and listen from your King Mizzo account and just mute everything and turn the volume down on the rap token? Is that one from a computer instead of a phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like. I'm on and off with the computer. I turned it off, but I was listening on the computer. I know there's a delay, but whatever. I could do that. Yeah, that's all good. But I'm saying I might not be able to participate as much unless Elon fixes this. And if he doesn't, I'm dumping all of the Doge I got. You know what I mean? I ain't paying Elon. You don't want me to dump this Doge. You know what I mean? Stop trying to rug me. Yo, again, I can't hear you, but we need you in Rap Heads, brother. Whenever you're chilling, even if you come through and just check out the vibe and see how it feels to you, it'll be cool if it resonates, and maybe you can find some cool people to build it. We got dope producers there and everything. We're basically building like old school empty-handed warriors, if you remember that, but it's on Web3. You know, that's really what it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely put it in my calendar. So every Friday night I'll check in.
Yeah, and there are other places we get together. He's got what's called a Discord server. Are you familiar with Discord, S?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We'll probably shoot you a link through DM or something to the Discord server. On the Discord server, the Rap Heads Discord server, that's where it's the home base for Mizzo's, the Rap Token community's NFT project. But it's a community project that's kind of in development right now. Like it's kind of developing more into like a writer's room and just like a creative space for creatives to come together and work on some music stuff. Like we're working on this mixtape through this Discord channel. People submitted reference tracks through there. People submitted beats through there. We did a vote through there to determine which songs made the cut. Got a couple collabs with people who just submitted one verse to the same beat and turned those into a full song. It's kind of feels like the '90s when we just get together and just go make with random people just for the sake of making music with somebody. So it's a dope little space, man. I guess one of the a couple of the guys in here are actually involved in the project. We've got Al Backwards and Elia the Goat. They're both engineering some things on here. Al's a producer. Elia is an MC. I think he makes some. He does some engineering. I don't know if you make beats. You make beats, Elia? He may not be able to jump on.
He's definitely engineering the album, though. He's like half. Him and Al are just really going back and forth. Yeah, you're there, right? What up?
What the fuck is up with this desktop version, bro? I can't bring no voice in here. No, I don't make beats, but I do mixing and writing.
Yeah, and he's a real creative dude, man. Some of those rhymes let me hear last week, and still my head's still kind of spinning.
Yo, brother, I want to say one thing. I want to say just a quick thing. Yo, it was founded by me and Sky, but it's not my project. It's our project. It's the people, whoever adds on, it's ours. It's truly showing people what decentralization can do. And I'm even trying to learn that. That's the golden vision I have for it, that it's ours. But I'm even trying to learn how that works. You know what I mean? Because I've never been in a real decentralized movement or anything. And I'm learning as it goes. And it's really fun and frustrating, confusing, and easy at the same time. And it's amazing, yo. We're building something really cool. So it's our movement, though. Just a quick reminder still. And I still can't hear what anyone's saying. But, now's the time to talk mad shit about me. Except Dragon, I hear you.
I was ready to go, too. I was about to get in on you, man. Nah, but Mizzo's actually done a great job standing up the community, and he's got some really dope people who just love the art and the craft in there, and that's kind of hard to find, especially in these spaces. A lot of these spaces, people are doing this because they want some sort of payday or payoff to come from it. People in this room are just doing it because they love doing it, man. And I miss that. That's why I got back into doing it. I got back into doing it because it's kind of what helped me keep my head straight and get my head back on straight when I was losing myself. So something kind of similar going on with some of the other brothers in here, man. And we're making hip hop, man. You'll be surprised when you hear some of the stuff from here. I think, man. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and you'll enjoy what you hear.
Oh, yeah, definitely send me the link. I definitely wanna be a part of that.
Oh, dope. Okay, we'll do, man. We'll do for sure, man. But yeah, man. It's 7:44. We got a few people in the room. Anybody got any questions for us? Anybody want to know much about him? Get to know the brother. We got a pretty quiet crew. Holiday too. What's that, Lil Vibe?
Oh, my bad, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Nah, you're good, bro. Go right ahead, man.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, man. No questions, man. I just want to say, real inspiring story, man. And I appreciate you, sharing your, man, just the trials and tribulations, everything on the path that you've been on. And, it's really valuable for someone like myself who's really at the start of their musical journey. I feel like to hear from somebody who I feel like is, been there and done the things and, just out here doing it. So I appreciate you sharing, man. Appreciate you helping elevate and giving back because you don't got to do that. And so yeah, I just really appreciate that. And patience, man. Awesome accolades. And yeah, look forward to stay tapped in with you, man. I followed your profile, so yeah, look forward to stay tapped in.
Appreciate you.
Beautiful. Y'all say what up to us? I don't know.
Yep, you're good, Mizzo.
Oh, I didn't know if anyone was talking. You want to talk over anyone? I was gonna say shout out Segali too, who puts in a lot of work out in the UK, building for the community through education and music, and shout out Miguel, another speaker who came through, like I was saying, who's helping us with Color the Blockchain stuff. So if you're like here and you want to learn more about the space, this is another brother who works more in Cardano. It's a different type of crypto blockchain. I don't know what you're into or not, but that's if you whatever you want to build in the space, that's another good brother to stay in touch with. You know what I mean? For everyone here.
Cool.
He said excellent. Cool, man. S, do you, what do you know much about the crypto space at all? Do you pay attention to any of that? NFTs, digital collectibles, anything in this Web3 world?
A little bit. I can't say I'm well versed in it. Like I remember, I don't know, maybe like a little over a year ago, when there was a lot of talk, well, with it's slipping my mind right now. Damn. I have a little bit invested in some in a couple of them,
Oh, wow.
but
Okay.
I think it's more so just kind of hearing the, maybe I might have got caught up in the hype, just um, a lot of the hype that was, with some of these tokens, Dogecoin and some of the bigger ones. Yeah, I you know I think I tossed a couple of dollars here and there just to sort of ride the wave of probably the hype train that was happening at the time. But I can't say that I'm well versed in you know the nitty gritty of what it is and what it does and how it works and things like that. So I definitely know I need to educate myself a little bit more on it. But yeah,
Yeah. Sound a
that's
lot
sort
like
of
me.
where I'm at.
A lot of us, actually, a lot of people who claim they're experts in the space also probably will say the same thing. So don't feel any sort of way about how much you do or don't know in the space. This is one of those things where I think we're all learning that it's better and easier to learn together in this space.
Right.
So if this isn't a place to give you a pitch or to try to sell you or try to get you into the space, I just want to know, because this is how a lot of us came together. And I want to let you know
Mm.
that there are people here in case you want to lean on anybody or just want to kind of ask questions. We've got threads you can jump in on. Just hit us on the side if you want to jump in on one of the threads to start learning or getting involved. If interested, no pressure, absolutely whatsoever, bro. Um, but it's definitely very interesting. One thing I love about the space myself is the fact that I'm meeting a lot of people who are like-minded and who are passionate about the art. I'm not finding that in a lot of the other places that I'm trying to connect with people, like on social media and stuff like that. So this is the
Right.
one lane where I'm connecting with like hip hoppers, like people who don't care about a bag, and that those are the people that I've been looking for. And it's funny because it's in the space where people are looking for bags, in the Web3 space where everybody's looking. So a little bit of an oxymoron. But I see we
Yeah.
got Miguel and I think Segeli came up on stage as speakers. I don't want to run and hog the mic. Good evening to both of you. Either one of you guys want to say hello to S?
Yo, S. Miguel here. So when it comes to blockchain, you have to really separate the trading side of things and the technology side. However, you knowing Mezzo and Dragon, they will guide you regardless of chain. Just think of it as a decentralized world where everyone just wants to build and not really stack cheese or anything. It's more on how do we change the world moving forward.
Cool.
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. Most people are in here for social impact, as Mizzo says. This room here is where hip hop meets social impact. He can probably say it better. Mizzo, you want to do one of your
Yo, yeah, let's go. Let's go. The truth is, that's what I feel about this shit. Exactly that. It just gets me hype hearing all of it. And exactly, you do what you want to do. It's not about being in the space, but like, you somewhat know all the work that we used to both do. You used to do your thing. I used to do my thing. We know each other's history to a level. And it's like, same thing. I just carried that here, brother. And it's like, yo, right now, to me, this is our last chance. I don't know if it is our last chance, but it's also I would say it's probably my last try, my last attempt at you know what I mean? Seeing if like this can actually happen without ego. Speaking of myself as well, working on myself daily, you know what I mean? Being vulnerable, being real and working on it and like letting go of those things that are on us, and if this is the last attempt at building something using this decentralized concept to do something that'll empower us, you know what I mean? And it's energy and it's like whatever we do, if we keep building and we keep having fun we're around this technology, we're going to be able to empower other people. That's just how it works. And all the other stuff, survival, all that stuff, that'll come naturally. I already see it. But if the system changes, we don't even need their type of money. You know what I mean? We just need land and vegetables, right? So it's like, yo, we're good. So I feel this is the last chance. And that's why RAP also stands for Rise All People. That's like when you say what the token stands for, RAP, Rise All People, you know?
Dope.
Yeah, man. So I know we are say Gully, we got you here. I want to make sure I give you a chance to say hello and peace. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we sure can. Good
Yep,
evening.
crystal clear.
Lovely. Nice to be with you guys again. Lizzo's got the elevator pitch on lock. He's narrowed it down to 30 seconds of greatness. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's about 1 a.m. in London, in England. So I'm like a bit wary. I've got a glass of wine, but it's nice to commune with you guys and to be around real hip hop lovers. It's all love.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful to have you back in the space, man. I really enjoyed you in here last week. I know I kind of crashed out early and had some technical difficulties. Pardon me for getting out early, but I know you were really bringing some life to the space last week. So really appreciate your presence again this week, and let's have some fun.
Love. Thanks for having me.
No problem. You are you familiar with S? Have you heard his any of his work before?
No, I haven't, but I'm keen to get introduced to it.
Yeah, I believe you said you were involved in some radio overseas as well, right?
Me?
Yeah. Did you say you were in the radio?
Yeah. I've got my own radio show. I done an episode last week, one of my last shows of the year. I can send it to you guys as well. It's over Mixcloud. But yeah, I've got a radio show where I play like UK hip hop, R&B, and yeah, I like my hip hop focused in England as well.
If you love hip hop, man, you're gonna love his last project and the rest of his catalog probably. But check his last project to start. Or well, S, where do you think she should start? Actually, I'm sorry, this is your project.
I mean, probably the most recent project is would be a good introduction. Yeah,
Okay.
that's I call that my introduction to those that have never heard of me and a reintroduction to those who have heard of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a classic album. Chuck D. If I guess you were here last week, so you know Configure.
Yeah.
Configure was signed to Chuck D's label at one point in time. Chuck D. Tweeted earlier this year, last month, I guess, that one of S's songs is his favorite song of the year. So,
oh, that's
he's
amazing.
Really, yeah. So, when I say check him out, I'm not just, this isn't just somebody saying, "Oh, go check out this random dude." This brother's got some amazing work. He does concept albums, and his writing really sticks to the concept and bones the concept. It's not just, oh, I'm doing a concept album. And I think Q, you were saying it last night or the night before, how people do concept albums, but they just maybe have a commercial here or there that kind of ties to the concept, but the album really isn't a concept thing. He does the actual concept album. S, do you mind giving her just the rundown on the premise for You Want a Piece of Me?
Yeah. So You Want a Piece of Me is like I said, it's an introduction to anyone that's hearing me for the very first time, and a reintroduction to people that may have heard of me before. So I talk about aspects of my life, you know, where I came from, you know, what inspires me, what I think sets me apart from others. You know, I rap about my kids, my family. You know, I just share pieces of me that people may or may not be aware of. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Is it produced by J. Paul?
J. Powell, yeah.
Powell. Oh, okay, I just found it.
Once you earn it, then it's going to flash. It all depends
on
discipline when it comes to the cash financially.
It's hard. You Want a Piece of Me is hard.
Yeah, so you're doing the right thing.
I like the production as well. It's smooth.
Appreciate that. Yeah, if you need me to send you anything, for consideration, play on your radio show,
Yes,
please
please.
let me know. I can send you a link this evening.
That would be great. I'll DM you my email.
Yes, please. And anybody else on the in the space, if anybody wants a copy of a past album, free download, just message me and I'll get it to you.
Yeah, this brother is on top of his business too. I mean, all of his social media platforms, his packaging that he puts together, his merch that he puts together for things like S really puts it all into his projects. He really takes his time and plans them, and he makes sure that there's a full rollout when he does them too. He's got a few videos for this project. Um, what else? What else did you have? You had quite a few things going on here, man. As far as promo, how many videos did you end up dropping?
I dropped three. So I did a video for the track that Sigali just played a couple seconds ago. Attack. That's the joint with Elzai. I did a video for that one, and the most recent video for Home. So three videos for this project, and yeah, just I got the project out on vinyl, CDs. It's on all streaming platforms. I've got sweatshirts, hoodies, um, yeah, t-shirts. Just trying to have as much to offer, the supporters as possible. So
Shine is also a great song. Sorry. I've just seen the music video for Shine.
yes,
That's
yeah,
that's a great song, great video. Where was it shot?
it was shot actually probably about 20 minutes from my house, so nearby a lake here in Mississauga, Ontario. So
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Who's shooting your videos?
It's a bunch of people. The most recent video, so for Home, my boy Lendor, who's another MC from this area. He also does the video thing. He shoots and edits his own videos. So I connected with him earlier this year on Facebook. I think is where we met. Or yeah, it was either this year or late last year. And yeah, we kind of clicked up, and he's done a couple of videos for me. I did an interview with him a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing more work with him in the new year. So
That's dope, man. I love the way that you bounce around and all the work that you put into the rollout. I mean, I haven't put that much work into any of my rollouts, so I can't even imagine. And I know how much time and effort has gone into the things that I put out. How much time did it take for you to plan and roll the project out, and what kind of load does that put on you, and how does that affect you and your family?
you know what? I think it's something that I've sort of figured out over the years. It's been trial and error over the past decade or so, and I think with each release, it's gotten a little bit better. I've educated myself from folks that know a little bit more about how to execute rollouts and things like that. So I mean, I've definitely studied. I can't take all the credit for how things are right now, and there's always areas that I can improve on and be better and more creative. But just trying to find ways to engage viewers and listeners, um, you know as well as trying to find creative ways to keep their attention once they are initially engaged. So that's what the goal is, to always you know try to give as much notice as possible, and once I get someone's attention, find ways to keep their attention, and engage them enough to want to share it with their network, and sort of spread it that way. So,
It's respectable the way you do it, man. I don't know how you do it, but it's you got a formula that's really working. And I don't know if you get enough flowers for that part of your process. I know you get a lot of flowers for the artistry and the music, but I think there's an art to a rollout, and I think you definitely deserve some props to the way that you're rolling this stuff out, man. For real.
Cheers, brother. It's trying to do as much as I can on a budget. I don't have infinite deep pockets to be able to have other people do things for me. So a lot of things I have to figure out ways to do it on a budget and at the same time still make it look presentable enough that people would want to delve into it a little bit more. So
Well, you make it look easy, man. So it's congratulations. That's an art within itself, man. To make it, never let them see you sweat while you do it. That's dope, and the fact that you're gonna go even deeper into vulnerability on this next album, I'm really really looking forward to that right now, man. Because I think that's part of what's helping hip hop heal and grow and evolve in a different way right now. Is the fact that there's an army of capable elite MCs who are coming to the forefront and really doing more than just giving bravado. Um, so I'm excited to see what you do and how you approach this one if you're going deeper than you did on the last one, man. So thank you very much for everything that you've done musically, everything you've shown us with your rollouts, for the number of times that you've shown up. Every time we've asked you if you want to come hang out, you popped up and rolled out with us, man. And we, Grace Gold, on behalf of the whole crew, I want to say thank you from us. It really means a lot. And on top of the Rap Heads community, I know we all appreciate getting a chance to share time with an MC such as yourself, because it's inspiring to see somebody who's like really, really elite, who's still, just gets down and hangs with the people for a minute, man. That's important, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I think none of this would be possible without folks like yourself, taking the time to invite someone like me to share their story. So I do appreciate that.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime, man. And anytime you need a place for your voice to be heard, we're working on getting better and better with getting promotions and getting our microphone tuned to capture more and more ears, man. So if you got messages you want to send to the world, man, we'll always be willing to, be a platform to help you get those messages out, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Now we're here an hour in on the show, and we haven't played a lick of music yet. But thank you,
Yeah,
Segali,
what's up with
for getting
that?
started. You gave us a taste of music. I think it's
Yeah.
time to play a bit of music, real quick. As what we do when we have a guest on is we give them their time to shine and to focus on you exclusively, and then we like to give the community some time to play some of their music. We like to play some music from our guests as well. So if you have something that you'd like us to play,
I got a request.
perfect. Al's got a request too. There we go. And Al
Play
is
play the play the come up story
yeah.
off of S's latest project.
Said the cover story,
The come up story.
the come up story. My bad. All right, Mizzo, you are you in a position where you can bump that, bro?
From You Want a Piece of Me.
Mizzo might still be getting rubbed. Let's see if we can get it going. Al, are you in a position where you might be able to play it? I'm on my computer and I'm broadcasting, so I'm not in a position where I can play it. And it comes out sounding good.
No, I am not. I'm hiding in a corner in the house because school's out, for the Christmas break, and everybody just been home running amok. There's noise everywhere. It's amazing. Can't wait till it's over.
If you send it over to me, I think I could play it.
That it's on the Bandcamp. I pinned it up top. So if you go to that Listen Music Bandcamp, I think it's number 3 or 4. Yeah, number 4.
Thank you.
Come
All
up
right.
stories number 6.
You see it okay, Elia?
Where am I looking?
Bandcamp, there's a link pinned to the top of the space where it says, "Have you heard his latest project?" I believe.
There. A second.
And say, Gully, I know you mentioned your show. You said you're going to send a link to your show. Feel free to pin that to the space as well if you'd like. We'd love to share that with the world here.
No, I will do it now. That would be amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. All for the community. So, Al, did you just hear the project today?
Yeah, yeah. I was actually just listening to it right now, and I just came back when you were saying we ain't played no music yet. Nah, man. Like I, I have more words for it, but I'll just say right now that I love it.
Respect.
And I only got to the fourth one so far. You know, I kept coming back here, but I want to listen to it uninterrupted. Like it's amazing. I really do love it. And I did hear earlier you was talking about that dated sound. That I appreciate the perspective on that because that's something that's resonated a lot with me. I keep hearing that. You know, you got that dated sound. You need these new updated plugins, but the reality is nobody does. And you're proving it in your work.
Respect.
You need these new updated plugins, but the reality is nobody does, and you're proving it.
Okay.
That's what I sound like.
Yeah, sound like
Why didn't y'all tell me? Sorry about that. Hey guys, how you doing?
that sounds more like an Al backwards. that fits the avatar. Man, did you listen to Home yet, Al? Did you hear that one yet? That's my point, man.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah,
I really do like it.
Yeah, this is one of those joints I put on when I was on the treadmill last year, quite a few times. And this is a great house cleaning album. It's a great driving album. It's passed all the tests so far. And
All right, I'm at the page. Where do I find the track? You Want a Piece of Me? That album?
Yep, that's the album. You Want a Piece of Me?
Okay.
So, track 6, right?
3, 4, 5. Oh, Come Up Story. Got it. All right, let's do it.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Big shout out to DJ Duckets who just checked in. DJ from the Ottawa area. Big shouts out to him.
Peace to DJ Duckets.
Let me know if y'all can hear this clearly.
Too loud, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
A little too loud. I think it's clipped because of it. Yep.
All right, got you.
All I knew was the time I didn't want to the images.
Yeah, it sounds like it's great. Too bad. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's cutting up pretty bad.
So can you guys mute everybody for a minute? Then you guys can unmute. All right, so everybody can unmute as needed. As you want to come back on. Sorry to the GOAT. Looks like Al got dropped off there. Let me pull Al back up. Hold on for a second. Pardon me as I get distracted because I don't multitask well. There we go. Al, you're back up. And sorry to the GOAT, man. Looks like that didn't work out, but all good, all to the good. We'll come back and do music another time unless anybody else wants to try and broadcast something. I am stuck in a loop, like I said. Sorry about that. Yo, Elias, sorry, man, but it was breaking up too badly. I think I see you you emoting. You can definitely come back on and open up your mic if you need to, bro. Hey, Lil Vibe, I know you got your hand raised. Got something for us, bro? Looks like we got a ha.
Yo, yeah, my bad.
Okay, yeah, there we go, bro. Yeah, I'll say I could try playing it. I could try playing it on my side and see if we can get it cracking.
That'll be perfect, man. Please and thank you.
Okay, yeah. Let me give me a second to get to it on my computer, but I'll throw my hand up when I got it.
Okay. Sorry about that to the GOAT, man. Sorry about that, bro.
All good, all good. This fucking shit. I don't know. I don't understand why you can't just broadcast music into it. It's just...
Yeah. I got to figure something out. I'm gonna probably try and test something this week and be ready for next year. Make sure I can do this stuff well. I can at least back Mizzo up. I know it's a lot. Mizzo got a lot of weight to carry on its own, so kind of put him on the spot there. Mizzo, can you still hear anybody here, bro? I know you're.
I'm pretty sure he's rugging out.
Okay. Well, that's all good, man. I mean, shoot, I think this has been a beautiful space no matter what. I know I see your thumb going down. I think this has been a beautiful space regardless, no matter what. How's your time looking there? Did you have much time for this evening?
Oh yeah, I said, can y'all hear me?
Yep, I hear you, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the site. Which song are we pulling up? What's the name of it?
The Come Up Story is track number 6 from You Want a Piece of Me.
Okay, all right, we just playing from the Spotify.
You can play from there. Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man.
What's up? Hey, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate y'all. I'm finna follow him on Spotify too. Yep.
No doubt. And I guess we'll do a thumbs up or thumbs down if the audio quality is looking poopy. We'll do a thumbs down.
Perfect. Yeah, I figured out a trick on this. If you got iPhone, I'm gonna put my mic now on the mic on wide spectrum mode, and yeah, let me put my hand down. Yeah, it plays music good, but like if you want your voice to come through better, there's like a voice isolation. So I've been playing around with it, and I noticed in Spaces, it does pretty well. So we'll see here. We'll see how this one turns out.
Okay.
Let me. Oh dang! Let me get to it on my golly. It's called "You Want a Piece of Me."
Yep. Name of the project.
Okay.
Come Up Story is the song. Track 6.
Perfect. There we go. I think this is it right here. Let me get the.
And S, I don't know if you were trying to speak at all, but you're muted, bro. So you got to unplug your mute or hit the mic is on button down.
All right, we got track 6 off "You Want a Piece of Me," the Come Up Story. Here we go. Let me know. Throw a thumbs up if it's good. Thumbs down if it's not.
Appreciate you, bro.
This is my come up, yeah. This is my come up, my come up, my come up, my come up story. This is my come up story. Dating it back to the 80s, to the 90s, to the 2000s, 2010s, and now the 20s, yo. Hey, yo. Yo, I caught the bug in 87, never looking back. Tricky, the first record I recall had me hooked to rap. A born kid up living in TNT till adolescence. Planted the seed of what will be today's semi-profession. Back it up, what did I stumble across? Heard a couple of dudes talking and then a number of thoughts started racing inside my head of what it was I just watched. All I know at the time, I didn't want it to stop. The images caught my eye, plus the sound was unique. From the style of the walk to the clothes and the sound of the speech. Talking over the music with a style I never heard before, with different kind of energy, and I wanted to hear some more. Later I learned it was a thing they called rap. The generation before thought of the fad and some crap that wouldn't last. The youth would have the last laugh that rap was here to say, and that's a matter of fact. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. In many stages in my development, it's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going, summarized in condensed form. If you not knowing, should I keep it going or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Hey, yo. Into the 90s, TNT North American eyes. TV began to see the world through American eyes. TV and music influence was undeniable. Donnie Simpson and Casey Kasem opened my eyes to view the latest music plays, smoking a chart. Remember TNT was Calypso and Soca at heart. 91 life circumstance will bring me back to the north. Take the flaming wheat that I brought and then carry the torch that I kept lit while I studied grace, mastered my craft. Recorded rhymes into cassette through boombox when I rap. Remember thinking that everything I spit was so impressive. In retrospect, it was just a bunch of copycat impressions. From Joss Effects and Lord Finesse and Heavy D. Biting before I figured out who I'd eventually be. They grow in pains until I came into my own. The path to find my own voice on this microphone. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. The many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized in condensed form of you not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Hey yo, fast forward early 2000s where you find me in a circle amongst a bunch of my peers, safe around and bouncing energy off one another like trampolines downtown. Going for Hamilton, catch me rapping the beats. Open micer on the radio, big shots to my folks. I chopped it up with on a regular, went out at the shows. Shout out the spitters who sparred and helped me sharpen my blade. A catalyst, lighter fluid, also the spark of my flame. You can say the water, the seed, planted the tree, giving new life. Now I bear the fruit of my labor. Verses I do right. Oh, 7 in Genesis. MySpace was the platform. Released the first recordings to the public I was proud of. This time progressed so that my network too. Mess with the best producers and put out my best work too. Started with Homegrown Monsters, then my debut LP. Few for thought with 2 beats that Jay brewed and dealt me. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. The many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized in condensed form of you not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. The quest continued. I reached the point of no return. Continue plugging away at this music with no concern for the opposition and naysays whose crutches my age. Till they see me live in the flesh and commanding why I engage with the audience with relatability, skill and abilities. Stand on what I speak on with truth and humility. Aspire to inspire while lifting your spirits high. Kicking juice for the soul with intensity minus the ire. Vulnerable when we are only getting older. Embracing your age and growth was the message that I told them. Social media, the gift and a curse. Summarize the number of interactive aspects at work. Then connected on a short player for pandemic release. Still riding high off adrenaline, get me past the release. Took a break, now I'm back on these beats. Back to a leash with J Pal. Release the hounds like busted straps on a leash. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. The many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized in condensed form of you not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I...
Fire.
Yeah. Why you gotta do us
Fire.
like that? That was tight. It's all. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, 5.5 minutes long. I had to cut it. I had to cut it the way I did. I
Oh
edited it
Yeah,
off.
God.
yeah, I loved it though. I loved it though. I was like, yo, fuck your attention span. We just gonna keep going. I don't care if you can't listen to nothing for longer than 90 seconds. I got bars for you for a while. Sit down.
Man,
And it did cut off perfect because like right there at the last one, I'm like, should I keep it going? Yep. No. And then I said, oh man, now I gotta go run it back, you know?
that's beautiful, man. Yo, I'll tell you this, man. Lil Vibe, that is the best audio I've ever heard in a Twitter space. That shit was
Yeah,
Shout out to
shout
you
out,
on that one.
big shout out to you, little vibe, man. I didn't think it was possible. That was yeah, that came out clean.
You
That
guys heard how beat it
Yeah,
I said,
I'm
right?
gonna be hollering at you so I can copy that. That was fire.
Yeah, that's dope, man. When somebody told me about that, and yeah, ever since I started doing that wide spectrum mode, man, it changed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to be testing that, man, because I was deflated when I thought we weren't gonna be able to have any music. That just gave me a whole new battery in my back.
Yeah,
Now
Yeah,
man.
everybody's whole life.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. If you like if you freestyling on a space or something, what I found if somebody's playing their beat and you tapping in, then you probably want to do the voice isolation because I have mine on. See, I got mine on wide spectrum now, but nobody else is speaking, and put it back on voice isolation. And somebody else, there's something playing in the background. It'll try to isolate your voice so you won't like rug over the freestyle. So I know y'all hip hop heads, man. So sometimes we be jumping in, having fun in spaces. So
Yeah, let's
just some
go.
things I've learned.
All right, giving up game too, man. Appreciate that, bro. We really appreciate that. I know we were planning on testing something out in space. I know Mizzo was talking about getting a freestyle space up and going. Um, I'm not sure where we are with that, but we talked about doing a few community type activities. There's some beat battles, well, not battles, but beat collaborations or beat excursions that we were talking about doing. What Al? What do we call these things, man? I don't
We're
know.
calling them offbeat. I don't know what to call them either, but basically we're just gonna make some music. Find a sample and everybody make a piece of music. See what happens.
Yeah, and different theme stuff. Like I know you guys had a few different ideas, so these are some of the things we're looking to do on that Discord server as a community. That's kind of the gathering spot. That's like the crib that everybody gets to go to that where everybody in the neighborhood goes to make music or went back in the '90s to make music. I guess is
I
the
got another
Discord.
request. You should play Attack if you got time. Low vibe.
Oh, yep, yep. Let's get it. Let me pull it up. Oh yeah, got Elzai on it. Nice. All right. Yep. Yeah, that last song was fire, by the way. S.
Super
Yeah, this
fire.
this I'm following you now. Yeah, on Spotify. So I'm gonna be tapped in on this.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jay got busy on that beat too, man. Let's give it to both of them, man.
Oh, who was that? J Pounds?
Yeah,
J
so
J
Jay,
Paul, yeah, he
Oh,
produced the whole thing.
nice,
who's that
nice.
cutting? That was him cutting too.
Nah, that was my engineer. He goes by the name of DJ Merciless.
Ooh, yeah, he was nice, man. I remember paying close attention to the cuts first time around. That joint is classic for sure, man.
Yep.
Cheers, cheers.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Attack with Elzai off of You Want a Piece of Me. Let's go.
Imagine if I approached the beat the same way a lion does its next meal. How would that sound? Hey, y'all, on the attack. I attack the beat break like a Viking with a sword. This is the attack. J Pal on the beat. S. Yeah, I let the beat speak, then it's time to eat it. I don't give a fuck, I tear it apart and start feasting. Been on a creep from afar, making a move. Got this heat served on a platter, about to make it my food. Out in this open terrain, we call rap. Long live survival of the fittest, with the weak ones don't make it back. With J Pal on the track, your boy S on the attack. With the heart of a lion, gazelle's best moving path. Track swiftly, hunger from within is where the grip be. Resonate in MP3 form, stay on my grizzly. Marking my territory, growl of the beast. To sunsetters in the west, I'm on a prowl from the east. Influenced by the OGs and all the heads from whom I navigate. Scooping a week in a bunch is when I salivate. About to eat my next meal, close palms like I'm saying grace. The pounce on the track without any qualms and saving face. Hard to hear a rhythm like this, so let it lay to waste. Thrill of the hunter, refusal to do a wasted chase. Light in the tank, make the most of my creative space. A metaphor for capitalizing on this hasty pace. Whether I rock solo or call in reinforcements, you get one chance to make a first impression, don't be starving. So I take it all on scrap till I'm ready to trash. Capture my prey on the track, engineered here with the bounce. I treat beats like meat, eat them down to the bone. Only eat it when I know that the seasoning is on. Carnivore, devour the beat like medieval times. No manners when it comes to these rugged beats or rhymes. Survivor out in the wild, exposed to these elements. Rain or shine, my hunger leaves carnage remnants. I unleash the beast, hungry because I gotta eat. Draw first blood, repeat the cycle the following week. All about the approach is simple mathematics. Strength in numbers equals skill rate above average. Before the attack, gotta come with the game plan. Concept before you grip the pen, the script on a page, fam. Who's a target market? Define a demographic. Like choosing slower animals, you have a better chance at. Explosive out the gate, you run out of gas. Work smarter, not harder, your results will be trash. Catch them off guard with a creative approach. Read the room, then once you catch them sleeping, go for the throat. If they didn't protect their neck, then you got them. This is the reason why successful predators remain plotting. Metaphor for dope MCs night and day who stay jotting. Keeping our pen sharp, riding beats like lions stay trotting. No holds bar style, taking no prisoners. I'm on the attack with Stone Cold Boss for you listeners.
I got the eye of the tiger in my penile gland. And catch me out, hear me growl. I see how grand I am to be blunt. It's wrapped around a senile strand. I freestyle a hung jury. That's a retrial plan for next year. They lowered the apex here and preyed on me like a rug in the mosque. You better off putting the slug in the mosque. Bird pump plotting to kill an apparition. The ghost of another rapper missing who was trying to slap your wrist and not give you dap for dissing. Cause he's somewhere on the map where they red snapper fishing. And Jaws is waiting. Who won't challenge my flaws? They even got outlaws pulling straws, debating these birds for the stars. Bars from absurd lanes. Detroit niggas say that I'm cold when they heard flames. New York think I'm nice but call me mean. I bring the house down to the roof, fall through every wall between.
Yo, that's fire. Attack. Yo, y'all attack that beat. Jeez. Jeez.
Gee, yeah.
Yeah, another one.
That was fire, man. Man, that was awesome. What was it like? Have you done anything with Elzai before? Was that like the first one or?
That's the first one. That's the first one.
That is awesome. How did that man, if you spoke to it already, my apologies, brother, but how did that come to be, man? And what was that like? Because yeah, Elzai is dope, man. But y'all already knew that.
Yeah. So it's an interesting story. So the song came together. It was probably summer of 2021 that I wrote that song. I had a homie that was working on a compilation project, and actually, let me back it up. Let me back it up. So one of my boys had, we're having a convo, a hip hop convo, and he had asked me if there was an artist out there that I could work with or that I wanted to work with, who would that be? And at the time, I thought it was just two hip hop heads talking. Didn't really give any thought to it. I said, Elzai, he's in my personal top five, one of my favorite MCs. Been a fan of his since like '98. Um, and yeah, so he asked me who I'd work with if I could, and I said Elzai, and I didn't really give it much thought after that. Fast forward maybe about 3 weeks later, 3 weeks later, he hits me back and he says that he has a connect to get at him. And if I'm interested in working with him on a song, now would be a good opportunity for you to, get some material put together. So this was around July, and he had a plan to put out a compilation project around September. So it was pandemic. It was we're already kind of short on time. The schedule was approaching pretty close, and having the ability to actually sit down and in the same space with him with the pandemic, borders closed and all that, it just wasn't a feasible option for us to get together or even, build from scratch. I think he might have been touring, or he might have already had things going on at the time. So just being able to be in the same space was just not feasible at the time. So I proposed to my boy that I already had this joint done. So Attack was already recorded, the first two verses with the scratch chorus, everything was already done, and it was basically just sitting there in the chamber. It was going to be on the "You Want a Piece of Me" album. So I thought, okay, well, I already have this record that I feel pretty strong about. What do you think if we were to just get Elzai to jump on the third verse just to complete this thing? That way it wouldn't be too much in terms of turnaround time to get the song done, and you could still meet your compilation deadline. And he agreed, yeah, why don't we do it? That's a good idea. I hit up my producer just to get his buy off on it. He was down with the idea. So I sent my boy the song, sent him a one paragraph write up of the concept for it, and he sent it off to Elzai, and within like 2 weeks we got a verse back, which was surreal because I you know I didn't want to believe it until I had a verse in hand. At that point, it was just okay. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm not holding my breath. When you deal with artists on that level, you never know what to expect. You don't know if you know their schedules are even going to be in alignment, or if they even take us seriously, being as low on the raps totem pole as they are. So you never know. But we got a verse back, and I was just like kid in a candy store, just giddy. I had one of my favorite MCs on a song with me. So we got the verse, sent it back to my engineer. We got it, mixed, got it mastered, and the rest is history. Attack.
Yo, that is fire, man. That is fire. That's a great story. And yeah, man, like you said it there, like you have your favorite artist as man, like on your album, you know. And man, like that for me, like honestly, that man, yeah, I'd have been over the moon with that. Like you said, man, my rap career would have been you know, dated that. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And man, that's the looks like the only feature on the album, man. That's a solid feature, a solid cosign, man, and that's fire. That's fire.
Cheers.
Yeah, that definitely makes waves. And I remember Q saying, talking about how much he was like, yo, and there was no, you know, Q was actually saying that he thought S came out on top on that. I was like, wow. I,
Ah.
I haven't actually weighed them. I don't look at verses like that, so I can't say. I didn't weigh them, but I mean, Q gave you the title on that one, man. How's that feel?
Wow.
Do you hear that often? Do you hear people talk about that part?
I agree on that one.
You know
Wow.
what? People, I've had, I don't know, I've had mixed reviews. Like, I've had people say that Attack is their favorite, or I mean, they say that Attack is, in their opinion, the best song on the album. And then I've had other people say that no, Home is their favorite song on the album, which makes me feel even better, knowing that um, their people's favorite songs are not the big name feature. So that makes me feel good that I'm kind of holding my own. So, but either way, I mean, I'm happy with how the song came out, and I'm happy that people seem to respond to it and favorably. So,
Yeah, man. How did the album age with you? Have your thoughts and feelings about the album changed since it was released and over the course of the year?
nah. I mean, I love it. I mean, I don't like to pat myself on the back, but every once in a while, you kind of take a step back. When I'm in my room and I'm playing it out loud, and I listen back, and it's like, wow, I really did my thing on this. I'm really impressed with how this came out, and I couldn't be happier with the response to it. And yeah, I mean, every project is special to me for different reasons, but this one just, I don't know, something about this particular project seems to resonate with me probably the most, just because being my most personal. Maybe it's because it's the album that's sort of in my headspace right now. But yeah, I'm in love with this record, and that's not, me being, feeling myself, but I just, as a fan, I listened to it for, what I was trying to accomplish with it, and I accomplished what I set out to do with this record.
That's a big deal, man. I get what you mean, man. I know what you mean. Well, when you say this though, it makes me wonder about your previous project. Like, do, give myself as an example. I look at everything I've put out, and I can poke holes in. Like, yeah, but I wish I had done this, or there was this that I settled for, blah blah blah. Do you have any thoughts like that when you look at other projects versus this one, or is there something that makes this one stand out more? I mean, well, I guess you said the personal part, but is there anything technical that stands out to you as another differentiator?
Um, well, I think probably the biggest differentiator with this project versus any of my previous ones is this this was the first one that I recorded on my own. So I recorded all the vocals myself, sent the vocals out to be mixed, but this was the first album that I recorded 100% in my own, home studio, if you want to call it that. So, it came off of an investment of, under $300 to get this space set up for me to record and put music out, and for people to, resonate with the project off of, some pandemic spending, to get this space off the ground that maybe that puts this particular project a notch ahead of all the previous ones, because the previous ones, I actually went to an outside studio to record. So I've recorded this at home in my own space, with my little investment, and we turned this into what it is. So yeah, this one feels a little bit more special for that reason.
So is it now that you prefer to record at home versus going to a studio for feel reasons or for other reasons?
Yeah. Feel, convenience. I don't have to rely on anybody else to do this. When I write, I can, if I feel like laying something down, I just need to just head downstairs and do it. So
Yeah, you ain't gotta go nowhere and get ready.
yeah, I don't have to align schedules with anybody. I can do it on my own time whenever. And, once I'm happy with what I've put down, I just send it to my engineer to clean it up, and it's good to go after that. So yeah.
Yeah, I find the thing I love the most about doing it at home is I get to experiment way more than I would in a studio under somebody else's eye or in the midst of somebody else. I can do some really stupid stuff by myself. Do you
Yeah.
experiment at all, or do you follow a formula the whole way through, or follow a plan the whole way through?
You mean in terms of the recording aspect?
Yeah, the recording process.
Um, no, it's pretty much the same. Once I've written and I'll do all the editing, like the writing and the editing, before I decide to come down and lay anything down. And once I'm comfortable with what I've written down and I've edited to, where I want it to be, then I come down and record. So same process. It's just I'm doing it as opposed to someone else doing it.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I love hearing everybody's different creative processes. I know when I talk to Q a lot of the times, he says he has everything kind of mapped out in his mind. I can't operate like that, so it's really funny seeing like how, not funny is, but I love seeing how different energies create and combine together, especially when people use completely different creative processes. Right? So
Right.
is there anybody that you've collaborated with that has a creative process that's just so wildly opposite or different from yours that the experience stood out to you?
I mean, I've had homies that make music. Some record in dead silence. They don't even write to beats, which I find that's just mind-boggling to me. I don't know how anybody does that, but I know quite a few people that they just write in dead silence, and they are able to do it effectively. That doesn't work for me. I need the music. I need the beats. I need the sample. I need to hear where the producer was going with the track, and cater my cadence and flows and moods and everything based on the music that's in front of me. So yeah, I mean everybody's creative process is different, and I don't fault anybody for what works for them, but this is what works for me. So.
Yeah, it's always just I always loved. I get excited about it. I'm the type of person that loves to watch documentaries, and
Hmm.
that's like my that's probably my favorite type of thing to watch. To be honest, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been beautiful. If do you think you could ever just leave it alone and be comfortable with that?
Nah, I don't think I could, because this is this is a part of me. This is part of my sanity. Like as much as I love my family, my kids, the 9 to 5. I enjoy what I do, but this aspect, I don't think my life would be complete without this aspect. This is the last piece that sort of pulls everything together, and mental health, for sanity's sake. I need this. I
Right.
don't say I want this. I need this. I need this.
Or
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Uh, yeah,
Yes,
it was kind of
yes.
embarrassing for me to say, but I guess I'm out. I thought I was hearing Al. Yeah, I was. I felt embarrassed for saying this years ago, man. But I was saying, you know, proudly that hip hop saved my life. It
Hmm.
is definitely the way. Like I sometimes there are a lot of times I don't know how to get something out in words, and making beats gets that whatever that is that's bothering me out, or at least gets the energy moving so I can find the words or whatever. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely got me through a period where I just couldn't find the words for a really long time, man. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I can relate to that. I actually did 10 years without making music though, at one point, and I think that played a big role in the leading into the depression that I went through that led me to where I am now today. So
Right.
have you had to battle any sort of health or wellness challenges if you're comfortable talking about it?
Not really. I mean, knock on wood, I haven't. I think
Yeah.
I've been blessed. I've got a really good support system at home, and I've got a really understanding family. They know what this means to me and how much joy I get out of it. And I think it goes both ways. When I'm happy and I'm able to do this and clear my head of whatever ills are happening out there in the world. The joys that I gain from doing this and being a part of this creative process, I'm able to channel that same good energy back to my family. So I think having their unconditional support to allow me the time and space to be able to do this helps me be a better husband, be a better father to them. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to play home.
What's that, Al?
I say I think it's time to play home.
Yo, let's get it. Let's get it. I was about to say the funny thing is when we stopped playing the first track, I got Spotify set up for shuffle and it jumped to that one and I paused it and then we went into track with Elzai. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm excited to hear this one. So let me pull this up.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Oh heck yeah! All right, let me get back on this. All right, let me put my mic on. Let's see.
Appreciate you, though, brother.
Oh, I appreciate y'all, man. This is a dope. I'm vibing with some hip hop heads, man. It's like we at the record shop or something. So you already know. I'm
Nice.
just
Word.
vibing on Friday night with the homies, man. So appreciate y'all. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right, we
Big
get.
shout out to everybody in the space. Shorter. Shout out to you for checking in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salute, salute. What's good, fam? All right, we about to get into home. Off you want a piece of me from ES. Let's go. Put them emojis up if you're feeling it. It's a dope sample already. Sheesh. Let's go.
Yeah, home is a place I visit a state of mind. Sometimes I feel alive when my mind is straying outside, trying to find another part of me that I didn't know existed. Then I pull that part of me, incorporate it into a scripture. I learned a lot about myself through my writing, seen the effects of my words manifesting the real excitement when reciting in person. The natural highs undeniable. If you happen to be a creative, then this applies to you. It's not about awards, glamour, and glitz. The release of adrenaline, finding that passion within, letting that passion take you somewhere that you never had been. Get inspired, lift the spirit, repeat that action again. It's kind of therapeutic, helped in seeking my sense of self. Blessed with a little bit of talent, easing my mental health. Each verse, a journal entry that helps me to cope. Channel these feelings I quote in a method that's dope, relatable to any listener. Articulating a thought that they were thinking at one point in time but couldn't spit as tough. I feel at home behind a microphone. My state is home, whether constructed in brick, tile, or stone. My source of refuge from the many unknowns. The life catapults away when we're forced to decode. So for those few hours, I use my music for power. My home away from home within my home that I'm proud of. I get away from home even when I'm physically home. Home is like my escape, perhaps it's all in my dome. I feel like I'm a king on a throne, when in the zone. The creative process, the place of solace, I'm gold. Call it the man cave, my little hideout. Down in my basement, or call it the headphones to my ears when I'm creating. Within the space, I'm elevated to a higher level. Slave to the rhythm, to the bass, I'm a rebel. Rebel, yeah. My house turned to a home, with enough incentive for me to always wanna come home. My queen and my three princes makes this king feel so significant. A lot of little things make all the difference. For instance, where do I wanna go when work is stressing me out? After a day of chewing me up and spitting me out, it's home. Where I can be myself for those that matter most. The place where I can recharge like a battery post. Family matters, model of my life after the winds lows. Only difference is no quiet on the set. No outtakes or episodes of pilots on deck. In a home with three sons, man, it's rowdy as heck. But it's love, the kind of family dynamic I wouldn't trade for. Kind of family dynamic I wouldn't pay for, pray for, but it came true. Stayed in God's graces, love, wealth, prosperity, and health. God was gracious enough to give me a safe space, my haven, my palace. Stability in life, but when life knocks you off balance, the structure, the foundation to build a strong alliance. The home to nurture cubs to fight with the force of a lion. The spot that I dwell is much more than a brick and mortar, much more than the listed offer you see in a home listing. This spot is tight knit like blood, thicker than water, despite the external drama potentially so tempting. It's home.
Say, voice. So what does house mean? What does home mean to you?
It means you get to play in the basement.
Okay, Austin, Ian, what does home mean to you?
It means having a place to go whenever you're in danger, whenever you feel scared, you have a place to come back to.
Hey, what about you, Ian?
Home is so then you can eat lots of food.
Oh,
And
boy.
you can go in the washroom without the sink being cold.
You guys are clowns. So okay, so what is it about this home that's so special? Why do you like this home?
It's bigger, it's warm, it's not, well, it's warm some of the time. It's not.
I might get my own room.
Okay, so if we won $1 million tomorrow, would you move?
No.
You like it here?
Yeah. And I think if we have $1 million, we would have enough money to move. We don't pay down the mortgage. We don't have enough money.
Okay.
So this is home?
If we had $1 million and we could go to Uncle Colin's house, then heck yeah, I would move.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But this is home.
Yes.
We love this place.
Yes.
This is our safe space.
Yes.
This is home.
Yes.
Fire.
Man, come on, man. That is amazing. That's a whole journey. That's why I say I can visualize what's gonna happen around his house and really this world, man. Man, I appreciate you for that. And real, that's the type of hip hop I love to hear, man. Stuff that lets me get to know a person, human being, man. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, as soon as that As soon as that sample kicked in, I knew he was in for a ride, man. I was like, nodding my head on that. Yep, that was fire. That was fire. And that was Jay Pal on that too. Did he do the whole album?
He produced the whole album. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he got the
Jeez.
he put working on that beat, man. That was amazing, man. Like I definitely I'd love to see a BTS video of him talking about the process making that beat, man, because that joint
Yeah.
really got me. I chop. I love chopping, so I love to somebody does something masterful like that. I'm not sure if that's chopped or what, but it's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I've tried for years to get him to do that kind of stuff, but he's like he's camera shy. He is not he's not the type that likes to show his face in public much. So I mean, I
yeah,
respect it. I respect it. Him for that. He doesn't like to be out there. In the forefront like that. So he's the type of dude. He rather just sort of be in the background, just kind of elevating me to do whatever I need to do. So he's happy sort of playing the background role. So, but I've told
Yeah,
him,
no,
Jay, get out there, man. People want to hear, your story, but he's camera shy, like I said. So
yeah, I can relate to that, man. I definitely didn't want to be on camera, man. I've been trying for years to get somebody to be on camera, and I didn't show my face till last year because I had no interest in being on, but I feel like this is the only way where I'm trying to go. So I'm kind of in no choice mode,
yeah,
making
yeah,
the best of it.
yeah.
But man, this is beautiful, man. I appreciate this, man. This has been really big. Let me ask. I know this is kind of a cliche question. People ask this all the time, but I am really interested, man. And like, who it was that made you say, "Yo, I can really do this," and who it was that made you say, "I should do it like this. This is how I should rhyme," even if that
You know
person.
what?
So
I've been, I guess, I've been writing like this since I guess my early 20s. I was always inspired by the KRS ones of the world who drop knowledge, made people think. Thinking Man's Rap is always been something that interested me, and I love that aspect of emceeing. And I knew from yeah, my early 20s that these are the kind of rhymes that I wanted to write. As much as I enjoy, battle rapping, listening to battle rap or street rap or any of the other types of rap, I always appreciated, what KRS One did, back in the late '80s, early '90s when, I got put onto him, how he expressed himself. He spoke on, you know, real issues, impactful issues, and he was that voice to educate and inform, and he made it cool to me. He made doing that cool, and that's what I respected about that avenue of rhyming, and that's just what I gravitated to, and a lot of the artists that were in my playlist back in the day, the Commons and the Most Defs of the world. Those are the types of artists that I really appreciated. What they the offering was, and I knew when I was in a position or I felt more confident to share my thoughts with the world. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what inspired me to write the way I do and deliver verses the way I do. So,
KRS is no joke, too, man. And I mean, he's not the only one mentioned, obviously, but was
yeah.
there a period with KRS that really like struck you like, yo, he's really like for me, the Edutainment album hit me differently, or and actually that and the BDP Live album, those were the
Hmm.
two albums that, and then he hit me again with Return of the Boom Bap. All of those changed the way I looked at hip hop and the way I probably interacted with hip hop.
Right.
Were there pivotal albums for you?
Yeah. I mean, um, I'd say Common. I mean, the Resurrection album was impactful for me. Most Def's Black on Both Sides was impactful for me. You know, KRS-One, you know, his Return of the Boom Bap, even his BDP stuff. I just love the way he rhymed. I love the subject matter, and yeah, those are pretty much the ones that had me, wanting to make the best use of, the words that I was putting to paper. So,
Man, that's beautiful, bro. I'm curious. How long do you think it took you to get nice? Like, do you think you were just nice from the start, or did it take you a while to hone your craft? And what did it take for you to hone it?
like I started, trying to write my own rhymes in '91, and it wasn't until 2007 that I felt comfortable enough to, broadcast it to an audience outside of my immediate circle. So I mean, for between that period, between '91 and '07, I was writing. I had notebooks worth full of rhymes that only a handful of people probably ever heard, and it was either my siblings or the homies. And other than that, it was just I was a bedroom MC for the most part. And it wasn't until I started. I got on MySpace, back in like '06, '07, and I posted some of my first recordings on there, and getting feedback from people that I didn't know, and the feedback that it was dope, the content was on point. That's what had me thinking, hey, maybe I'm onto something. Because it's one thing when you hear that kind of feedback from your homies. Your homies sometimes they'll tell you, they'll tell you what you want to hear, and when you get that impartial third party, reaffirming that same notion, that's when you're like, okay, maybe I'm onto something here. So yeah, '07 was when I decided that, yeah, I think I'm good at this. People tell me I'm good at this, so I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I've been doing it ever since. So
Man, that's amazing. That's a long stretch, man. That's what, 16 years
yeah,
before you ready to go beyond. I can imagine, man. That's got to be quite a journey. I mean, was it hard for you to hold it back and hold it in that long?
no, no, I think it was just a lot of self-doubt. I mean, I was a fan of, the greats, and at the time I didn't think my stuff could compete with these folks. So it was like I kept it hidden. I kept it to myself. And around '05, '06, as the internet was sort of becoming more and more popular, and people were, independent artists were sort of putting themselves out there more. It I don't know, it almost just leveled the playing field, or maybe it made it less intimidating. Maybe I don't know how to describe it, but I had friends, peers of mine that were putting out music, and getting good responses. And some of these same peers, I was in the ciphers, open mic nights with some of these folks, and I felt I was on a similar level as some of these guys, and they were getting good responses from outside of their immediate circles, and that's what sort of gave me the confidence to toss my hat in the ring, so to speak. And yeah, it's been on ever since.
Man, it's a beautiful journey, man. It's beautiful, man. I've loved seeing and learning about it. The way that I have, coming across you from this project more so, and working my way back into your story is going to make everything even more interesting in the next few times. So I'm looking forward to getting back into your catalog and spending more time with it. Looking forward to the next project, man. It's been a beautiful space, man. I appreciate you spending time with it. A big
Yeah,
deal. I know it's a lot.
thank you once again for having me. I mean, you like you talked about earlier. You've had me a few times on your Gray Skull chats, and we've definitely chopped it up about my story. And I appreciate you having me on again, and I appreciate anybody who's been listening. Some of you have been here. We've been on for about 2 hours now, and you're still listening. So I appreciate you for sticking around and listening to what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
we
a big.
appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm sorry not to cut nobody off. I really appreciated this space. This is a dope space, man. You dropped a lot of knowledge, a lot of game, and it's just been a pleasure to sit here and yeah, get to soak this up, man, and have this experience. So thank you for doing this, and yeah, excited to keep tapped in with you.
Cheers, cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Ash, for always coming through, man. Because it's always a pleasure, and I'm enjoying getting to know you better, man. I'm looking forward to the day when we get to put something together, man. I'm gonna be reaching out in 2023 for sure. You know,
Absolutely. Let's make something happen.
absolutely, man. And everybody that came this evening, I really appreciate you. Sorry, Mizzo's, Mike was rugging tonight. So we had a ball regardless. Lil Vibe, you came through and actually got me inspired about the next few spaces, man. I think I love the audio quality coming from over there, man. So
Yeah,
I've always been like, all right, the audio quality's all right, but tonight it was banging, man. So I'm more excited to play some music in here, come in the coming weeks. That's what we try to do. What we started out doing, what we want to get back to doing more often is having nights where people can come in and just play their own music as well. So you get to hear a variety of music from people throughout the Twitter community.
word.
So if you ever feel the urge to just come play some things and test some things out with an audience, um, please feel free to swing through, man. And we got the Rap Heads Discord that you can check out. I'll send you the link for that. We got the Grayskull Discord. I'll send you the link for that one as well. We kind of shoot the breeze, kick it over there. We probably drum up some collaboration opportunities over there. But it'll just be good to keep building, man. I'm enjoying watching your journey, man. And even if we're not on that journey with you, man, it's beautiful watching what you're doing, man. I just want to wish you nothing but the best from today on,
I,
man.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Means a lot.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you, everybody else, for coming out tonight. Remember, Rap Heads is minting Q1. Rap token, get your rap tokens. Go ahead and get in there with Lizzo and start building this beautiful community that's here for musicians and creators in general to just get together and collab for the sake of collabing and arting for the sake of arting, and then whatever else comes to that, cool. But just don't overthink it, man. Thank you all. Have a good night. Dragon's Pitchfork from Grayskull. Peace.
Peace, 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 peace and love.
Much love, everyone.
Just want to get the word out to Lizzo. Thank you for anybody that came and hung out, man. It's been a long time, man, but it was a beautiful space, man. It's the best hangout with us so far. Each one has been increasingly getting better, man. It's just a really, really dope MC, a dope artist, and I really respect the way he moves, man. So hopefully you stayed and got to know him a little bit. Hopefully you go check out his album. You Want a Piece of Me? Get it on Bandcamp so you can pay him and help him help him cover the cost of the stuff that he's doing. This stuff isn't cheap. It's not free for us. So help a brother out. I'm sure he's not begging for it, but he deserves it. Um, yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm tired. I'm ready to finish my day, and